Cerebral.
Somewhere back in time, I left a part of me. I wanna see if you can try to bring it back to me. You gotta go
Cerebral.
somewhere back in time. I left a part of me. I wanna see if you can try to bring it back to me. You gotta go
Cerebral.
somewhere.
In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Most Merciful, I bear witness that Allah appeared in the personage of Master Fraud Muhammad, and I also continue to bear witness that the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad is indeed his messenger. I also continue to bear witness that the Most Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan was chosen amongst them two men to deliver what was lost, which is us, back to Allah. And in reality, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan is a reminder to the world. I greet you in the language of peace. Assalamu alaikum, which only means peace belongs unto you. Allahu Akbar. Allah is the greatest. In order for us to succeed successfully in life, we must have the courage and the will to destroy the weak part of ourselves. What is that weak part? That weak part is procrastination, uncontrolled discipline, uncontrolled anger, lust, and envy. These are forces that are laws. Uncontrolled discipline is a law associated with that. And what is the results of uncontrolled discipline? The results is a dissatisfied, unfulfilled, unproductive life. When we destroy the weak part of ourselves, it gives room for the new you to grow and develop properly. Everything in life starts from a weak point. But God gives that thing the ability to grow, strengthen, and develop and grow unto its prime maturity. God don't give you a seed, an apple seed, and you never see that apple seed germinate. Put into its right environment with the right texture of soil, that apple seed will grow into an apple tree that will produce fruits that are designed to enhance the human consumption. Meaning that's a healthy fruit. But it started from a seed. But once it developed, it became a service to humanity. We was born in the world to succeed. It just didn't start from the sperm to us becoming human beings. That's the physical aspect of success from God. But on that note, is also a spiritual counterpart that we must develop and grow unto its prime maturity. When you become successful and you have not killed the weak part of yourself, you mishandle your money, you mishandle your family, you mishandle your life, you become really a disservice to life. You may have money, but that's the only thing that you have to fulfill someone's happiness. And because you didn't overcome and kill the weak part of yourself, you will become dissatisfied with yourself in spite of all the money that you have. Because money can't buy a rich spirit. Money can't buy happiness. Money can't buy love. Those what I just mentioned comes through the administration and the proper development of nurturing your spirit from prayer, fasting, loving yourself, eating right. All of these things contribute to you growing and maturing spiritually. And when you develop spiritually, you develop a strong mentality. When you build a spirit and the mind, they work harmoniously together to give you a strong physical presence. We only get one life. And if it's something on the other side of this life, we don't know about it. The only thing that we know of today is our present life. So the most important things to us today is the present. Life is a continuous process of institutional learning. You learn something every single day. We want to develop ourselves to a point where can't nobody deny your excellence. Even the envious one has to bow. Even the jealous ones has to bow. Even the ones who hate you has to bow. Because you done took time to develop what God has given you. And when you develop that part that God has given you, the world will see it. And that's a fact. When you change, the world will see it. All praises belongs to Allah. Every day I wake up, I learn something new. And it's always a spiritual counterpart to it. And we have to be wise enough to decode the spiritual counterpart that Allah shows us. And how you see that is being in tune with yourself. And how you be in tune is treating your brother or your sister how you want to be treated. And when you stand on them principles alone, you are able to administer justice to you. Therefore, administering justice to your brother or your sister, you are able to administer justice to humanity. Allahu Akbar. Allah is indeed the greatest. When you develop your spirit and it becomes strong, you become like a magnet. You become a magnet. People can feel your presence. They can feel your spirit because your spirit is not controlled by the wicked. Your spirit is controlled by God. We call him Allah, but it's controlled by him. Life is a classroom, and we are forever students. We will always continue to learn. If we lived 2,000 years, we still will never know enough. It will still be room, infinite room, to learn something new. Life is beautiful. Life is our stage. It's our stage. How well are we performing on life's stage? And if we're not performing at our best, then become the best and perform on life's stage to the best of your said ability. And as long as God is, as long as he approves and he is happy with your works, who can deny it? Who Allah is the judge. It's a beautiful thing to work on yourself. It's a beautiful thing to practice the code of silence. When you practice the code of silence, all you do is listen now to you. And when you listen to you, you will find out, you will start to analyze yourself a little deeper. You will begin to examine deeper unto what you hear on the inside. And once you examine, now you can set up a prescription, a healing for yourself. And that's when you walk into the stage of correction, of correcting yourself. And once you do that, you become powerful, because self-education is the most reliable and endurable information that you can receive in your lifetime. Self-taught. When you self-correct yourself, that's powerful. That's why you can take an addict who is a drug addict. You can coach him all day. You can tell him or her all day to stop using drugs. You can say, stop drinking, stop smoking, stop doing heroin all day. But if that person is not willing to change themselves, they'll never change. It's something about when you get dissatisfied with yourself, you will begin to make a clinical change for the best development of you. Then that's when you start to change, where you are unrecognizable. You can have a person that was on drugs that got dissatisfied with their living conditions, the things that they was doing, and just the embarrassment of himself or herself. And they decide, I'm gonna change. Not because of no psychologists, not because of no the little AA meetings that you go to, not because of none of that. They themselves, they analyze themselves and they examined themselves. They examined themselves. Then they went into that department of correcting their selves. And they made an oath to themselves that they'd never do drugs again. And you see that person 2 or 3 years later, you say, what? They got a business, they successful, they got a family. Because they say, wait a minute, I'm not going to live with an uncontrolled, disciplined life. I'm about to discipline my life and focus my life on self. And by doing that, they inherited the riches of the earth. So the person that was at the lowest point Now it's providing you services at its highest point in your community. So when you go see the brother, you amazed because now he's pulling up in a Bentley, staying in Solon, staying in an area where it costs to stay there. You know why? Because he corrected himself. If you need to stop smoking, you stop. You need to stop drinking, you stop. You need to stop using heroin, you stop. And when you decide to stop, that's when everything else will stop. So my point is that when you develop yourself, you become God's star that will shine bright throughout the world. And that's all praises belongs to Allah. We all come from hell, and we all got hell of a stories. But depending on what type of material you was made of, will you be burned to ashes, or will you rise from the ashes to success?